All right, welcome to the Maximum Edge Sports Wagering Show. My name is John Santucci. Call me Tooch. Anthony is here with me. We got Thursday night football. We just saw a few bombs going off, like the one we dropped on Monday for our free play. Anthony, how are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Ready for the football weekend to start.
Yeah, Monday free play. We were on Dallas. -3. We could have gone -19 on that game and still won. It was almost too good to be true, and it gave people pause before throwing that bet down. We end up bombing it, giving it out and bombing it. And it was just like we said, Dallas put up a lot of points, and we didn't think Philadelphia would be able to keep up with them. And we were right. Any thoughts on the Cowboys and Eagles?
I think the Cowboys are a lot better than we all think. I mean, definitely doubted me. I thought we were going to see the same Cowboys team as last year. Horrible
Yeah.
defense and pretty decent offense. But their defense is got to be the biggest surprise of the season. Even more than the Chiefs being 1-2. I never expected the Cowboys defense to be this good. In fact, I'm actually considering picking them up for fantasy, their defense this week, facing Carolina. I like the Cowboys a lot, especially in the betting aspect.
Right. And I believe the defensive coordinator is Gus Bradley. And he looks like he's got the ship pointed in the right direction over there, down there in Dallas. And then, of course, Dallas will be playing the Panthers. That should be a good matchup this week. Probably one of the better games we got coming up this weekend in NFL action. Tonight, we got a couple games to talk about. We're going to talk about the college football game tonight. And you got Miami Hurricanes hosting the Virginia Cavaliers in an ACC matchup. Right now, the Hurricanes are a 3.5-point favorite at home. Virginia getting 3.5 points on the road, over under of 63.5. A lot of points. Your thoughts on Virginia and Miami, and I can throw some numbers at you.
I hate this game. Personally, I hate this game.
I know. You told me.
Virginia's defense is trash. Wake Forest just annihilated them. I mean, that was also Wake Forest. Even North Carolina put 59 points on them. They're on the road, which is not in their favor. But they're also playing the Miami team with a backup quarterback, a team that doesn't score a lot of points, and it has a decent defense behind them. But Virginia has a really good quarterback, 12 touchdowns thrown, 3 interceptions. I say it's going to be a battle. I know this line was 6. Am I correct? 5.5, 6 earlier in the day, and now it's down to 3.5.
Wow. I would have liked to get in maybe on 5.5. I think I did. But line opened at +4, 62.5 over under. As we look at these two teams, Miami is 2-2, but 1-3 against the spread. Like you said, they're not covering their spreads. Miami lost to Alabama, of course, and Mississippi State. They end up struggling against Appalachian State, just barely getting by there. Appalachian State kind of had their way with them too. And then they beat Central Connecticut. I think it was 63-0. But Central Connecticut State really, not that was a practice game for Miami. Virginia finds himself at 2-2 and 2-2. They're also 2-2 and 2-2 against the spread. Virginia's played William and Mary in Illinois. They've got victories there, but lost to, like you said, North Carolina, Wake Forest. And North Carolina, Wake Forest ran all over them. Virginia, not a good running defense. Miami does run the ball well. But quarterback Derek King supposedly out for this game. He would really help that rushing offense. Where it sits now, 54% of the bets are on Miami. 65% of the money is on Miami. 62% of the bets on the under, and 63% of the money on the under also. So people like the under tonight. Any thoughts on a total?
I'm leaning under. I think there's going to be a lot of running in the Miami camp. And, I mean, Virginia's got a very good offense, but I don't think they're going to be able to put as many points as people think on this Miami defense. I mean, Michigan State struggled to score on them in Miami. I mean, toward the end of the game, they start pulling away, but that's a whole other element. That was Michigan State. Virginia, 63 is a lot of points. I am leaning under. And I told you this morning and last night, I was leaning Virginia everybody's money on Miami. 6 points was just too much. Now it's down to 3.5. 3.5 is a better number to take Miami. I still don't like Miami. I don't like the side personally. I think these two teams are going to beat each other up, and I'll just take I would lean under with Virginia if I had to pick.
Very good. Let me give you some numbers. To the total has gone under in 6 of 7 of the games between these 6 of the last 7 games between these two teams, and in the last 5 games, Virginia has gone under the total. So against the spread, Miami 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games. Virginia 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 games against Miami, Florida. So those numbers are telling. Of course, a lot of those numbers overlap into last year, but you like to throw out last year a lot because of the turnover in teams. Kids graduated, but the Virginia quarterbacks, he's probably he's a decided advantage over Miami's quarterbacks. This kid Brennan Armstrong, probably we'll see him in the NFL shortly. 426 yards a game this kid is throwing for. So last year Miami beat Virginia 19-14 at home, but Virginia covered the spread as a 13.5 underdog. So I think 19-14, that wasn't a lot of points last year, 33 total. So a lot of people say these teams are going to be putting up points. I'm not so sure. It's a division. It is a divisional game, a conference game. So those games tend to be a little bit tighter, a little bit better defense. But we'll see. Both teams can put up points, and Virginia's defense not good. So our lean is to play the under so far in this game, and the side probably a stay away.
I'd like to hear from the audience. Anyone that's watching this right now, tell us what you think. I want to hear what you guys think about this game, or even the Jaguars and Bengals. Tell us what you think. Comment, and we'll talk about it on the show. But
right.
I mean, I'm leaning Virginia and the under. That's my lean on this game.
Well, I mean, if it's one thing that Miami can't do that well, it's stop the pass. And if it's one thing that Virginia does well, it's pass the football. So, and then on the other side, Miami runs the ball well. Virginia can't stop the run at all. So that's what you're going to probably be looking at tonight. So running the ball, a lot of running the ball on Miami, and a lot of passing the ball on Virginia. Probably a good game to watch. Maybe not as good of a game to wager on, but we also have NFL action tonight.
I'll be watching the Bengals game, and
yeah. And I want to get your thoughts on this Bengals game because on Monday, I'm telling you, Monday, we talked about the Cowboys and Eagles, and the Cowboys seemed like such a good. We have thoughts on Virginia. We had to have a question in chat room before we move on. Michelle Fonseca
thoughts on Virginia +4.
Right? Didn't Michelle give us Dallas plus the points? Yeah, she gave us Dallas plus the points against San Diego a week and a half ago, and she was right. Dallas covered. They won the game outright. So thoughts on Virginia +4.
That's the better buy. If you're going to take Virginia, I mean, some books, my book, I'm offshore. I got +3.5. You got +4, right, Tooch?
I actually got +5.5. It
must currently.
Oh, right now it's 3, I think. 3 or 3.5.
Okay, so yeah, if you can get 4 or even buying a half a point from 3.5 to 4, Michelle, take it. That's the play. If you're going to bet this game, take the Virginia +4. Miami had a backup quarterback. I wouldn't put a lot on it. It's more like a small wager play. But if you're going to bet on this game and you're going to bet the side, I mean, I would take the Virginia +4. That's the smarter bet. Yeah,
because, I mean, Virginia can score in a hurry, at the end of the game. So, I mean, I could see a backdoor cover in this one, I mean, that's what happened with Appalachian State. So,
right. That's right.
And thank you for the question. the Jaguars versus Bengals, to me, and you and I talked offline about this, that the Cowboys game seemed too good to be true, but we ignored that gut feeling and we went, because I could not see the Eagles keeping up with the Cowboys offense. I like the Cowboys offense. I mean, man, the Cowboys offense is so easy for them to put points on the board. They move the football, move the sticks all the time.
Yeah.
But this game, the
I don't
Bengals,
know why, but the whole time, when I was looking at that game, I was thinking it was in Philly. And then when I spoke to you on the phone earlier that day, you're like, "Oh, it's in Dallas." I'm like, "Get out." You're like, "Yeah, it's in Dallas." I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, "We're bombing the fuck out of this game."
Exactly.
So, yeah. We went 3-0 that night. We had the Cowboys -3. We bombed that game. We had the over.
We had Cowboys first.
We had a hard time because we were leaning under in that game.
Yep.
And when we chose, I don't know how we chose it, but looking at the stats, trends, and all that, we decided to take the over.
Well, it was weeknight games tend to the over.
And then the teaser.
Right? Weeknight games.
Yeah.
The weeknights, right. Thursday and Monday night games tend to lean towards the over. I think that was how we decided that one. But yeah, believe me, I want to fade Jalen Hurts, but the Jaguars seems the same.
You texted
right?
me the Cowboy. Yeah, see this game. This game could very easily go under. I'm still leaning over personally. I'm leaning the over. I hate the total. I really hate the total. Where I'm not even betting the over really in that point. I mean, I got one unit on total, but I mean, it's not where it's gonna break the bank. But I'm leaning over. All primetime games that went over except for one, and it was last Thursday.
Last Thursday.
The Texans and the Panthers.
Yep. And
so
that
continued our trend. Going to see. Yeah, we're either going to see a trend of under in a Thursday night game, or we're going to see the trend continue on all the time games going over, except for one. So I'm leaning the over. I have a feeling Lawrence is going to throw another 2 interceptions. Burrows is going to have a field day with Jamar Chase because T. Higgins is out tonight. So it's going to be the Jamar Chase, Joe Burrows show. Joe Mixon, he ran for 90 yards against the Steelers defense.
Yeah.
So now imagine what he's going to do with Jaguars. Jaguars are, to me, they almost pretty much given up on this season already. So bad.
Last Thursday, we had a rookie quarterback start, and you and I have been fading rookie quarterbacks to the under. And this time we've got another rookie quarterback. Michelle agrees with us. She said Bengals should have this game. Lawrence has struggled. We expect a couple turnovers, one at least from Lawrence. And that's why I initially lean under in this game, with our tradition of fading the rookie quarterback. They just haven't been able to put points up. Bengals went into Pittsburgh and won there. It's usually a place where they get crushed. But like you said offline, the Steelers did not have their best pass rusher in that game. TJ Watt was out.
Yep.
The Bengals might be a little bit better team than we think. They're playing a little bit better than we thought on defense. And then, of course, the offense. Joe Burrow has played really well, except for the game he had against the Bears, where he made a couple mistakes. But in that game, they still almost came back at the end in the fourth quarter, and they ended up covering. They almost covered the spread in that 100%. Game. So tonight, again, just like the Dallas Eagles game, it looks too good to be true. But I'm leaning, taking the Jaguars. I probably buy that half point down to Cincinnati -7.
Michelle, check your inbox on Twitter. I just sent you today's card. That's what. Thanks for commenting, jumping in on the show.
I love it.
Have fun with the card. Let's make some money. But yeah, I mean, this game's gonna be a great game in a betting aspect. I got it in several different ways, even teasers for Sunday. So I'm excited. I'm excited about this game.
Nice. Yeah, I put 5 units on the Bengals because I'm trying to duplicate that success we had with the Cowboys, where it's a mismatch, perceived mismatch. So the only thing that concerns me is a letdown spot after a big win in Pittsburgh, Cincinnati coming home and saying, no problem, we got the Jaguars, but the Jaguars defense isn't very good. Their pass defense is horrible. Burrow should be able to move the ball through the air, and their run defense isn't much better. So Mixon should be able to move the ball on the ground. We just have to hope the Bengals defense plays at least a decent game, So, and the Bengals are at home.
I'm predicting a 34-17 game, Bengals. That's my
that would put us over. So for me, I'm looking at something more like 30-13, 28-14. That's kind of makes a little bit more sense. 28-17, but we'll see. I mean, the under for me, I would be my initial lean, but I just don't think the Jaguars can put up that much points, I don't think they could put up 20 points.
They can.
Yeah?
They could put 17. Lower. Okay. I mean, they're gonna get a couple touchdowns. I mean, they're not that bad. They're bad, but they're worse on defense than they are on offense. They have no offensive line. They have Marvin Jones Jr. They got 2 great running backs. DJ Clark. I mean, they got some weapons. They got some decent offense, average. Their Achilles heel was their offensive line, and Trevor Lawrence throwing in double and triple coverage.
Yeah.
First round pick, my butt. I mean, he's a bust.
He's not taking his lumps. He's got to take his lumps. Yep. He landed in a bad situation. That team, they didn't have a lot of talent to begin with when he got there, and they got a brand new coaching staff. The coaching staff just traded away their first. They traded away their first round pick from last year, and they traded him for a tight end who was on the leadership board of his last team because obviously Urban Meyer doesn't feel the team has enough leadership there. So, all right, so let's move on to talk about some of the promos we got going on between the two of us. Anthony, why don't you show us what you've got running? You're red hot too. You're like 11-1 your last 12. So, and now's the time to get.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Michelle. Exactly. Michelle puts Bengals usually start off slow, but always pull off the W, and I couldn't agree more with you. It would be the biggest letdown if the Bengals do lose today. So.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think the sports books would make a killing if the Jaguars won today.
Oh, they would. They are rooting Jaguars big time. All the money's on the Bengals. Yeah, 73% of the money's on the under.
So let's go into this. Yeah, let's go into this promo. Like you said, I am 11-1 to start this week, which is incredible. 11-1, 3-0-0 on Monday, 5-0 in baseball on Tuesday, 3-0 yesterday.
Soccer, in baseball.
No. Oh, jeez, I'm losing my. God, whatever. 11-1. I lost one game yesterday. It was Chelsea losing to Juventus. We had 10 unit bomb on Monday. We hit the 10 unit bomb yesterday with the Dodgers minus 1.5. Third plus 33 units in 3 days. I mean, that's just incredible. Today is just keeping it simple. 3 NFL plays tonight, and if we don't go 3-0 in NFL, I'm giving you a free week. Even if you go 2-1, you get a free week, and then you get the rest of the weekend, and then the rest of the week. I mean, you can beat it. You're going to make your money up in no time. For $20, go to PondaSports.com, and let's all make some money together, guys.
Absolutely. Now's the time to jump on board. And then you and I are running a promo together, building the YouTube channel, and we will give you access to the Twitter Maximum Edge VIP Twitter page where you can get one free play a day, a VIP play, free. all you have to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel and then send a screenshot to Anthony or I of your subscription. Send a follow request to our VIP page, Max Edge VIP, and we'll give you access.
Max Edge VIP.
The Max Edge VIP. So you can get access there. You know, you'll once you start following it, you just check out the page and get the free play every day.
Yeah, you don't have to retweet. You don't have to like. You just.
It's easy. Yep. You don't have to do any retweeting. Don't have to like. Don't have to pay us. You know, all you have to do is follow us on YouTube and Twitter.
I'll put the game out around 4 or 5 o'clock Eastern time, if it's a night game, and just go on the page. You see the play, and boom, call it a day.
Yep. Simple. And we'll also give out a free play tonight. We have it's college football free play tonight.
It's NFL.
NFL free. One free play in both.
No,
or total?
It's a teaser.
Okay. NFL.
It's our teaser.
So NFL. Should I run the NFL transition?
Oh, just pick one.
All right. There we go. All right.
So our record is 11-10-2 overall since doing the show on free plays. And your free play today, 2 teams, 6-point teaser, Bengals -1.5, and the under 68 in the Virginia-Miami game. -120. I love this play. I don't see the Bengals losing. That's a shoo-in. And then 68 points in a Miami team that's struggling to move the ball, especially the backup quarterback.
Yep.
That's a lot of running the ball for Miami.
You're talking 10 touchdowns.
I'll take my chances with 68 points.
You need 10 touchdowns or 9 and some couple field goals to get this one. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, sure. Is it possible? Yeah. With 10 touchdowns, man, it's more than 2 touchdowns a quarter. So, right? Two touchdowns.
Not tonight, buddy. Not
2
tonight.
touchdowns. Yep. All right. So tomorrow we'll be back talking college football. It'll be 1:30 Eastern. We'll talk about the 3 games that are going on. Right. It's the games tomorrow are Houston at Tulsa, Iowa at Maryland, and BYU at Utah State. That should be a good one, man. Yeah. Iowa, Maryland, too, also be a good game. And we'll see you here tomorrow at 1:30.
And I'm the team captain. He's the preview, and I'm the main attraction.
Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible. Unstoppable, unconquerable, on top of the world, accomplishing the impossible.
Invincible hustle, mighty desire to conspire, to transpire, to be high.